Today on TimesCast,
now is the time to deal with these issues.
President Obama challenges Republicans to deliver on promises to cut the nation's deficit and address long-term debt. First Greece, now Italy. Members of the European Union put pressure on Prime Minister Silvio Berlusconi to pass an austerity budget. And by catching and returning Derek Jeter's 3,000th hit, Christian Lopez found himself in the spotlight, showered with gifts, and shouldering a 5-digit tax bill.
Good morning, everybody.
The negotiations over the debt ceiling really looked like they were coming to what could have been a rare moment of negotiation in Washington, with Speaker Boehner agreeing to work on a big framework with President Obama. That all came to an end late Saturday night when he said his support was just not there. All along, Speaker Boehner says he has been willing to look at everything. Well, he seems to be standing alone on this. The House Republicans are not aligning with him at all, and in fact, they're being emboldened by what they're hearing from their Republican presidential candidates. Michelle Bachmann, first and foremost, is out there campaigning on the presidential campaign trail, saying that no deal, no compromise.
I will not vote to increase the debt ceiling.
A lot of House Republicans that we've spoken to said that they are taking their cue from her and from other candidates who are hearing sort of the will of the voters right now. So Speaker Boehner does not have support from his right flank. It's one of the reasons that he had to scale this back on Saturday night.
I think Speaker Boehner has been very sincere about trying to do something big. I think he'd like to do something big. His politics within his caucus are very difficult.
The challenges for President Obama come on his left flank. House Minority Leader Nancy Pelosi says that her House Democrats just simply will not support anything that touches Medicare or touches Social Security. So it leaves both sides at a bit of an impasse here. But President Obama is still urging congressional leaders to go big on this. He's calling for new tax reforms and other measures. He is still calling for some type of 10-year package that really would give Republicans a lot of what they're looking for. But it's unclear which side will blink on this here in the next 2 weeks.
And it's not just U.S. politicians debating the budget. Italy's top leaders are doing the same thing, and the European Union is watching closely.
Anxiety was very high in Italy on Monday when it looked like Italy might be the next country to be attacked by speculators who are concerned about its high debt and political instability. Now, political instability is really nothing new for Italy, but it's rare for there to be a European country where the finance minister and the prime minister seem to be so at odds. The tensions between Berlusconi and Tremonti, they really embody classic tensions between politics and economics. Berlusconi has not wanted to pass any measures that are politically unpopular, like raising taxes, whereas Tremonti, who's seen as the guardian of fiscal rigor, knows that Italy has to slash a lot of money from its public sector in order to keep its deficit down. One of the things we're seeing in this crisis in Europe is that local politics are no longer local. On Sunday, German Chancellor Angela Merkel talked to Berlusconi, and I think the people I talked to indicate that Berlusconi is increasingly aware of the pressure, of the tensions, of the problems Italy is facing, and everyone seems to think that the Italian government will rally in the next few weeks and pass this budget so that the pressure on Italy from speculators, they hope, will lift.
When Derek Jeter reached the 3,000 hit milestone, all eyes turned to the man who caught the ball and then returned it.
3,000! History!
This is John Leland, Metro reporter for the New York Times. When Christian Lopez attended the Yankee game on Saturday, he probably didn't expect that he would be the one to catch Derek Jeter's 3,000th hit and walk out with over $70,000 worth of merchandise. He probably also didn't expect that he'd owe the tax man on his windfall.
But here he is getting to meet the captain.
After he caught the ball, the 23-year-old mobile phone salesman was whisked away by security guards and asked how much he wanted for it.
He earned it. I'm not going to be the person to take it away from him.
Lopez wound up with 4 seats in the Champions Suite for the rest of the season's home games and any playoff and World Series game, along with 3 bats, 3 balls, and 2 jerseys, all signed by Derek Jeter. The haul was worth about $70,000, but he could have made a lot more. Souvenirs like the Jeter home run can be very valuable. In 2006, a San Francisco man named Andrew Warbitzer, who ended up with Barry Bonds' record-breaking 715th home run, sold the ball on eBay for more than $220,000. So not only did Lopez get less money, but now he may have to pay taxes totaling tens of thousands of dollars. There have been incidents like this before. Oprah once gave out cars to everyone on her show, and afterwards, the IRS came and demanded taxes. The show ended up paying taxes for everybody.
For Derek Jeter.
While there's a debate now about whether Lopez did the right thing to give the ball to Jeter, now the question is, how are these taxes going to be paid, and whether the Yankee organization is going to step in the way Oprah did.